Hello everyone, welcome to Texture Myth. In this session, we are going to talk about another very important topic related to medical coding anatomy, where we will be mainly discussing about the last type for the classification third, that is specialized receptor cells. Okay, so in this session, we will discuss in detail what is specialized receptor cells, how it works, what are the types of it, and how it is relevant to the medical coding and clinical situations. Okay, but before we proceed further with this session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released session first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow it sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for time being we are just mainly focusing on what is specialized receptor cells. Okay, so yeah, and for that you can also refer the Texture Myth digital course book, which is freely available in the description box. There you will find thousands of sessions available in both Hindi as well as English language, so without any language barrier you can easily consume the content. And in case if you have any queries or questions related to that, then feel free to reach out to me. I would be more than happy to answer all your queries there. Okay, so yeah, let's go and start with the session. So firstly we will go through the definition. What is the definition of specialized receptor cell? So this cell or this type is one of the most complex type of sensory receptor. Okay, this is the most, not one of the most, it is the most complex type of sensory receptor. So unlike free nerve ending and encapsulated nerve ending, which are both modified nerve ending, specialized receptor cells are separate, distinct cells that are specifically designed to detect one type of particular stimulus and pass that information to a nearby sensory nerve. Okay, so it's you can say that it's a separate specialized cell designed to detect a specific stimulus and pass the information to the sensory nerve. Now some of you might be thinking, like, what are the types of this particular specialized receptor cells, and what all sensory nerve it is referring to. So to make it easier for you, I have created one simple table that will give you the entire clarity on this question. And this table mainly contains 4 columns: type, detect, located in, and sensory nerve. Okay, so one by one we will discuss this. The first type is rods and cones, which is to detect light vision. It is present in retina of the eye. Sensory nerve, optic nerve, see in second. Okay, then we have second type, that is hair cells, which is mainly to detect the sound and balance. And location wise it is present in inner ear, cochlea, and vestibular system. The nerves, the sensory nerve it follows is the vestibular nerve, vestibular nerve, CN7. Okay, then we have taste receptor cell, which is for taste dissolved chemicals, taste buds on the tongue, CN7, CN9, and CN10. And after that, then we have olfactory receptor cell, which is mainly used for detecting the smell, airborne chemicals. Location wise it is present in nasal epithelium. And if we talk about the sensory nerve, so it is mainly for olfactory nerve, CN1. Okay, so I think this part is clear. We just quickly walk through the types, otherwise it would be a heavy session for you. That's why I make it simple, as many as I can. Okay, and now we'll talk about the key clinical conditions for the medical coding. So here in the one column I have mentioned all the condition, in second column I have mentioned the related receptor, and in third column I have mentioned the ICD-10 relevance. Okay, so condition wise, the first condition is macular degeneration. So here you can see it is related to the cones in the fovea of retina. For ICD relevance, we can say that specific ICD-10 codes leading cause a central vision loss in elderly, Retinal detachment is related. The retinal detachment is the condition. Retinal detachment is the condition. Related receptor is rods and cones. Specific ICD-10 codes are for emergency condition. Color blindness is there, which is for cones. Cell specific ICD-10 code is there. Then we have sensorineural hearing loss. Sensory neural hearing loss, which is for hair cells and cochlea. Okay, and it is repeated for 2. Okay, in the last example also it is there. So specific ICD-10 code based on the laterality. Then we have noise induced hearing loss, which is mainly for hair cells in cochlea. So specific ICD-10 code, common occupational condition. Okay, so these are just a key clinical condition you can say for the medical coding. And so far, like we have just talked about the specialized receptor cell. So at least now you have idea what is specialized receptor cell, and also you know the types and what it basically detect, and where it is basically located, and what type of nerve it is related with, sensory nerve. Okay, along with that we talked about some clinical conditions, related receptors, ICD-10 relevance. So these are the all things that make it perfect example for or notes for the third type. And with this type, like we have covered all the types for the classification 3. Okay, and now we have learned so many things. So if you want to revise it, so here you will find some pointers that will help you to revise this thing. Like here you can see specialized receptor cells are the most complex sensory receptor. There are 4 types mainly: rods and cones, hair cells, trace receptor, and olfactory receptor cell. Rods and cones are in the retina, served by CN2, that is optic nerve. Hair cells are in the inner ear, served by CN7, which is for vestibular nerve. Then we have taste receptor cells in the taste buds on the tongue, served by CN7, CN9 and CN10. Then we have olfactory receptor cells are in the nasal epithelium, served by CN1 olfactory nerves. So usually if someone asks you this type of question in interviews, so you can refer it from here, practice it, and at the time of interview you can share your knowledge. Okay, then we have next point is macular degeneration affects cone cells, causes central vision loss. Sensorineural hearing loss results from damaged cochlear hair cells, must be coded by laterality, left, right, and bilateral. Then we have BP. PV is the most common cause of vertigo, affect vestibular hair cells. Then we have an insomnia, loss of smell, became a commonly coded condition after COVID-19. Yes. And then we have ageusia, loss of taste, insomnia, loss of smell. Both have specific ICD-10 codes. Okay, so till now I think everything is clear to all of you. Still, if you have any question, you can ask me in the comment section. And also there is one question for today, and this question is a bit tricky because this is not the recent concept. This is the thing that we have covered in our last couple of sessions, right? So the question is, what is the most sensitive baroreceptors location in the body? So you have just to think about it, because it is very important to recall. Like if you are able to recall it easily, then that means it is you are learning the session in a proper way. But if you are not if you don't know the answer, it's okay, because you can refer the previous session and then you can identify the answer, and then you can share your knowledge again. Because when you are sharing your knowledge, it will help others to refer the answer. Also, when you frequently share the comments in the comment section, it gives me the notification that you guys are referring this series, and on the basis of that only I will release more session to this playlist. Clear? So yeah, that's all for today, and see you in the next session with new topics. Meanwhile, do practice. If any question, feel free to reach out to me through comment section. I would be more than happy to answer all your question. Even if there is any suggestion or feedback, please share that too. I'll try my best to implement those suggestions as well. Okay, so yeah, that's all for today. See you in the next session with new topics. So thank you for watching. texture myth.